Hello everyone, my name is Leo. Today I would like to present my final year project, the object picking robot. Here is the outline of the presentation. Firstly, I will introduce the object picking robot, the inspiration and how it looks like. The second one is the objectives of the project. The third one is the methodologies, and then the implementation, how I work in this project, and then the technical difficulties I encountered, and finally the conclusions. And here is the motivation of this project. The motivation of this project is mainly because of the integration of the common techniques of the robot. I would like to integrate the common techniques such as the line following technique and the obstacle avoiding technique together to do something inspiring. And also, the automated functional robot is designed by a lot of applications. And here is how the robots look like. And it actually looks like a vehicle with a robotic arm. And here is the front view of the robot. You can see the robotic arm and the robot. And here is 3 navigation sensor for the navigation of the robot. And in front of it, it have object detecting sensors. And here the side view of the robot, and you can see the object, the position sensor here is for determining the robot's sensors. And the top view of the robot, you can see the power supply, the power bank here, and power sharing circuit here. And here is the objectives of the project. First of all, the robot can run automatically. The second, the robot can pick up an object. The third, the robot can operate in a particular area without crossing the boundary. The fourth one is the robot can place the object that it picked to one designated area. 5. After placing the object, the robot can go back to the searching area to repeat its work. Methodologies. Here is the working environment, and the robot is actually working in a blackboard, and the searching area for it to search for object is inside here in the center of the board, and the searching area is bounded by a white line. And here is the overview of the flow of the robot. And obstacle avoiding, go to line following, and go back. And I will discuss it one by one. The stage 1, obstacle avoiding, is just the name of the stage. It's not really avoiding an obstacle, but it actually avoiding the white line. As you can see in the figure, the robot will not cross the boundary of the white line and keep on searching an area and searching for the object in that particular area. The second one, go to line, which means after the robot picks up an area, picks up an object, the robot will eventually approach the line and just like parking a car and go aligned with the line. And then after aligned with the line, it will follow the line, do the line following job. And then after the robot approached to the object collecting area, the robot will place the object to that area, and then the robot will go back to the searching area. And here is the implementation. First of all, the construction of the robot. I have to construct various components of the robot and do a wire connecting, and also the power management. I also need to work on a power sharing circuit. I have to decide to share the circuit, share the power for every component, and then test and calibration of every component. I need to get familiar with every component and know how to control them. For example, I need to know the sensor's value, and when it sends the black object, it gets the high value, and so on. And then I construct the program for every stage. I just sit down in my room and in front of my computer and just construct all the programs by my imaginations. And fourth is integrating all the programs, the parts. The fifth one is the most important one is the on-site testing. Is putting the robot to the environment to do the field testing. And I would like to focus on the construction of program and the on-site testing because these two are the majority parts of work. And for the construction of the program, I would like to focus on the go-to-live mode because it is actually the most difficult part among all of the programs because it has many possibilities and it is a lot of constraint and command on it. And first of all, before the go-to-live mode, the robot actually just pick up an object, and where is it picked up is in the searching area. So the field navigation area, navigation sensors will sense all three black, and then the robot will approach the line. So what shows that it have approached the line is just like in this case, two of sensor, the left and rear sensor sensing the white line, and the right sensor sensing the black color. And then what the robot will do is it will do the tilting. Just like parking a car, you need to have a very precise angle, and just like parking and go align with the line. And actually, the angle is very important, and it actually needs a lot of calibration and testing to get a very good angle, so that it will do the go-to-line very successfully. And eventually, when it go to the line, so what the sensor show is black, white, black is at the beginning of the go-to-line mode. And actually the left and right case is similar, it's not going to discuss. And here is one of the constraints that I can think of is the all right situation. Yes, as you can see that when the sensor sense all right, it means that the robot is kind of perpendicular to the right line, and actually it's not good for a go-to-line action because it didn't have a good angle with the line. So what the robot will do is move backward and turn left. So what is next is the on-site testing. Right after all the program constructed and integrated, actually all the work is on paper. I don't even know what will it works or not. So on-site testing is very important, and I've actually worked on it for a long time because many testing is need to conduct. And also the parameters of the program, such as the speed of the motor, how the rotation goes, is also very important to do the refine on the on-site testing. And the first problem is on the testing is the sensor cannot work properly. And it's probably due to the racetrack. What I mean is the environment that the robot worked on is not black enough. I just used the black drawing paper to construct the racetrack. However, it's not black enough for the sensors to differentiate. So what I've done is where we create a new racetrack and the problem is solved. However, the sensor is not still work very properly and sometimes will have some problem on it. It's probably due to the distance between the sensors and the floor. It's maybe too close together and it cannot differentiate. And also one of the problem is the environmental effect is too large and it even absorbs the light on the environment, and so the wrong sensing is occurred. So what I've done is using the black paper to cover all the sensors such that it will not affect by the environment. And the distance of the sensors have modified it too. All of the navigation sensors have placed it to a higher area. And the second case is misleading the robot in the go-to-line mode. As I discussed it before, in the go-to-line mode, what is the end of the go-to-line mode is sensing back, right back, and is the beginning of the line following mode. And when the robot approaches the line, it sends the black, right, black too. So it's the misleading of the robot. And what I've done is to place the middle sensor behind of the left and right sensor, and the problem is solved. And there is one more misleading the robot. The case for misleading the robot is in the line following mode. I would like to discuss on the line following mode. At the end of the line following mode is the collection of the objects, and what the sensor behave is all three sensors sensing the black value. And actually this figure also shows that the robot will sense all three black value in some cases if the white light is not thick enough. So in this case it shows that the thick of the white light is very important. So what I've done is we modify the distance between the sensors and the thickness of the white line. And here is the demonstration video. And as you see that, it successfully go back to the searching area and repeat this action. And in conclusion, this project, a fully automated robot was built, and the objectives of this project are all achieved successfully. And actually, the core work of this project is the go-to-line action, and because of this complexity and many possibility, and however, after the many times of on-site testing, this action works very properly in most of the cases. And thank you very much for your attention.